When it comes to high-intensity action, mind-blowing CGI and breathtaking cinematography, Venom: The Last Dance takes things to a whole new level. But have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the camera? Let's step behind the scenes and uncover how the filmmakers brought Venom and the deadly symbiote war to life. One of the most thrilling moments in the movie is when Venom and Null battle on top of an airplane mid-flight. It's an adrenaline-pumping sequence that looks incredibly real on screen. But here's the twist. There was no airplane, no Venom, and no Null. Behind the scenes, this jaw-dropping aerial fight was created entirely through CGI and 3D animation. Animators bring Venom and the symbiote's monstrous forms to the film. Every punch, every movement, and even the reflections of sky and lights of the airplane were meticulously crafted in post-production. What's truly impressive is how seamlessly CGI blends with practical cinematography, making audiences believe that they are witnessing a real sky-high battle. In another intense moment, we see Null's symbiote searching for Eddie and Venom, eventually scaling a massive skyscraper in the heart of the city. The way the camera moves, capturing the towering heights, makes the scene look incredibly real. But here's what you didn't see. While the actual cityscape existed, symbiote terrifying climb was entirely created using VFX. The production team used aerial footage of real city buildings and then digitally inserted the monstrous symbiote, making it appear as though Null's symbiote was truly gripping onto the tower. The blending of real and digital elements is what makes Venom: The Last Dance such a visually immersive experience. Not every great scene in the movie is about destruction and chaos. One of the most unexpected yet hilarious moments happens when Venom dances with Mrs. Chen. But making this scene work required some clever filmmaking techniques. In the BTS footage, instead of seeing the fully formed Venom, we actually see a stunt actor in a tight, black motion capture suit performing the dance. The visual effects team later replaced the actor with Venom's CGI model, perfectly syncing his movements with the live performance. Additionally, motion tracking was used to ensure that Venom's massive frame interacted realistically with the surrounding environment. It's a perfect example of how technology enhances practical acting to create a memorable on-screen moment. Just when things seem lighthearted, the story takes a darker turn as the symbiote tracks Venom to Mrs. Chen's building. The BTS footage reveals something fascinating. Almost everything in this scene was generated using CGI. From the twisting tendrils of the symbiote creeping up the building to the intricate lighting effects that made it blend seamlessly into the environment. This sequence was a testament to the incredible advancements in visual effects. It's hard to believe that what looked like a real building on screen was in fact partially a digital creation. The detailing of the symbiote's texture, its reflections on glass windows, and even the way shadows interact with the city lights were all carefully designed to make the audience believe it was truly there. As the symbiote spreads chaos inside the building, an elite special forces team makes a dramatic entrance from the rooftop, attempting to neutralize the alien threat. While the soldiers' movements and interactions were performed by real actors, the moment they descended from above was largely animated. The entrance sequence, including the tactical ropes, helicopter lighting, and the dramatic city backdrop, was enhanced using CGI to make it appear more cinematic. Every tiny detail, from the soldiers' reflections on glass windows to to the dust particles in the air was carefully added in post-production. What's remarkable is how filmmakers balance real-life stunts with CGI enhancements, making the final sequence feel seamless and thrilling. In one scene, Eddie uses his venom-infused strength to slap a security guard across the room. However, in reality, the actor of the security guard was attached to a safety harness and landed on a cushioned support. The force of the impact was later enhanced with CGI to make the scene look more powerful. One of the most visually striking effects in Venom: The Last Dance is when Eddie's face partially transforms into Venom, creating a split look between human and symbiote. To achieve this, Tom Hardy acted out the scene with facial tracking dots, while the transformation was later crafted using CGI. The digital team meticulously blended Hardy's expressions with Venom's monstrous features, ensuring a seamless and realistic effect. A key fight sequence shows Eddie battling a group of thugs before rapidly transforming into Venom. While it appears as a fluid transition in the movie, this effect requires multiple shots. Hardy first performed the fight sequence in regular motion, then repeated specific movements in a motion capture suit for the CGI team to overlay Venom's transformation. The rapid morphing effect was achieved using a mix of digital animation and real-time motion tracking. The film features an advanced laboratory filled with multiple symbiote species in containment chambers. Interestingly, none of these symbiotes were physically present on the set. The entire lab environment was enhanced through CGI, with actors interacting with empty glass that was later digitally replaced with alien creatures. Motion capture artists helped bring the symbiotes to life, ensuring their movements felt organic and otherworldly. One of the most intense moments occurs when a rogue symbiote enters the lab, wreaking havoc and clashing with another symbiote species. This high-energy fight sequence was entirely CGI-driven, created through a combination of pre-visualized animation and motion capture performances. While actors performed reactions on set, the actual symbiote battle was crafted digitally, allowing for hyper-realistic movement and fluidity. Throughout the film, Venom often emerges partially from Eddie's body, particularly when avoiding full transformation in risky situations. In these scenes, Hardy performed solo, responding to an imaginary presence. Later, digital artists superimposed Venom's head and tendrils, ensuring its expressions matched Hardy's dialogues. The level of detail in Venom's facial animations, from lip movements to subtle eye gestures, was achieved using high-resolution CGI. In a thrilling chase scene, Venom binds himself to a horse and speeds away from the pursuing symbiote. Surprisingly, the horse in this scene wasn't real. It was a digitally generated model created with hyper-detailed textures and animations. On the set, Hardy filmed against a green screen, riding a mechanical rig that simulated the horse's gallop. Later, visual effects artists integrated the CGI horse and Venom's movements, making the sequence feel seamless. During the horse ride, as Venom accelerates on the horse, Eddie struggles to hold on as Venom speeds through the landscape. Behind the scenes, Tom Hardy performed this action sequence inside a studio. It was filmed inside a studio using a blue screen, where Tom Hardy was harnessed to a rig. The footage was later edited to add motion blur and environmental effects, making it appear as though Eddie was genuinely soaring through the night sky at high speed. In a calmer moment, Venom finally reaches a distant location and drinks water from a flowing river. While the surrounding environment appears natural, much of it was enhanced through CGI. The water ripples and even Venom's drinking animation were digitally rendered. Hardy acted out the scene on the set, and animators later designed the symbiote's unique drinking motion, ensuring it looked both alien and lifelike. This scene presents a breathtaking view of Null's eerie jungle-like prison, a visually stunning yet terrifying place where the ancient god of symbiotes is held captive. While the final scene appears incredibly realistic, every element, from Null's throne to the twisted symbiotic environment surrounding him, was created using high-end CGI and 3D animation. BTS footage reveals the fascinating process of crafting this dark kingdom. Layer by layer, the team meticulously designed Null's prison world, ensuring every foggy detail, terrifying nightmarish atmosphere, and the intricate portal was perfectly brought to life. Special attention was given to the codex, a crucial element in the symbiote mythology. The designers structured the entire environment in multiple stages, blending visual effects seamlessly to make the scene feel as immersive as possible. Another powerful moment in the film is Null's grand introduction, where he commands his symbiotes to retrieve the codex from Earth. His sheer presence exudes dominance, setting the stage for a brutal war. In a later scene, we witness Null's raw power as he incinerates his own prison in a fiery spectacle. Flames engulf the entire environment, turning it into a blazing inferno, symbolizing Null's complete liberation. Behind the scenes, this sequence was crafted entirely through CGI. From the destruction of the prison to the burning symbiotic tendrils, every detail was digitally animated to achieve an intense and visually striking effect. Venom: The Last Dance is a masterclass in blending practical filmmaking with cutting-edge visual effects. From motion capture performances to digitally crafted environments, every scene is a result of months of meticulous planning and execution. The next time you watch Venom in action, just remember, what you are seeing on screen is not just a battle between symbiotes, but a battle between creativity and technology, perfectly fused to deliver an unforgettable cinematic experience.